I will show you one of my favorite and very powerful trading model that I basically use on a weekly basis. And the best part is most of the time, if I do the analysis correctly, all I have to do is just place limit order, walk away, and just set the alerts. Pretty much that's exactly how I caught the BTC to the all-time high. Let's delete all of it and let me show you how it's basically done. Most of the time, what I do in order to catch a really nice trend is to looking for the higher time frame. I don't go into too much details, really just focusing on 2 to 3 time frame maximum to basically seeing enough information and some high time frame alignment. After this candle closure, I had 80% ish bias for the all-time high because it just looking that the momentum it starts to basically kicking and we are almost ready to take out all these highs. And also another reason was, if you paying attention what's been happening on the lows, we having a lot of manipulation on the lows, but on the other side we didn't take too much highs basically right here as we trending to the downside. So for me this looks like some bigger play for potential upside move, because the liquidity has been taken out mostly on the short side or the lows. So after we taking out this bigger move and we failed to continue lower, I was basically waiting how we're gonna be closing about these levels to see if there's gonna be some momentum, because basically that's how I trade. I'm focusing and trading solely my MVM system, which is only or mostly about the manipulation, volume, and momentum. Pretty much after this candle close, I had a bullish bias, so I can go to lower time frame, and obviously I can trade this model on the daily chart as well. But because I'm trading multiple pairs, I just wanted to catch something in a little bit more lazy way. Looking at the daily chart, I really like this manipulation right here, because this is my basically accumulation that I want to see hold in order to having this really nice momentum to the upside. So as long as we holding this level, I am looking for buying right here. If we're gonna fail, we will very likely gonna continuing in this chop. So eventually, as you can see here, we break to the upside. So I didn't, to be honest, get that much FOMO, but I can imagine how many people starting to getting FOMO, especially because we are really close to take out the all-time high. If I'm trading the momentum, I simply just want to get involved into another basically reaccumulation right here. Why? Because we taking out another lows right here. We having a quite a decent manipulation, and just based on the volume itself, I see that there is basically a big bulk of volume right here. Moving to the 4-hour time frame, that's literally the zone that I would be mostly focusing on. So at this point, all I have to do is to review my checklist. So my checklist is pretty much simple. I want to see the manipulation prior to some significant shift. That's literally what we have right here. We having some manipulation on the lows, really nice strong volume candle closure, basically below the key level. The key level is right here. It's a really significant one because we never been there, and this is the all-time high price discovery, if you will. And I basically like the round number 80,000. So that was eventually my target. Where the price very likely gonna go if we get a pullback is basically around this level right here, because I'm basically seeing around these levels right here and here, there is the most volume based on the basically candles. So eventually what I like to do is I'm just using my checklist to see if there's some manipulation. I see really clean accumulation, basically 3 pushes with really significant shift right here, which I can mark like this. And obviously I don't want to see violation right here, so this will be my invalidation. So I will be ready to placing the limit order with the stop loss right here, where I'm gonna be placing the limit, it could be around this level and targeting the all-time high right around here, or I'm basically just measuring the moves and using a little bit better risk to reward ratio trade. So all I have to do at this point is to just place limit order, putting the alerts, and I can eventually walk away. We got tab here, and eventually if I wouldn't be lazy, I could go to lower time frame, especially on the 1 hour time frame. We got basically the same or very similar price action where we had the, I'm just gonna move it right here. What we got really nice clean accumulation on a really key level, and I could be looking for the refine entry around this level because we tap into my zone and we starts to having the momentum to the upside. So I could use literally the same logic like I just did, but because I don't need to be too much precise because the risk reward ratio is just really good, I can just execute the trades right here and let the rest run. Essentially, after we having this momentum to the upside, usually to be honest, after we're reaching 2R trade, at this point, my stop loss is always break even because based on my journaling, 90% or maybe 95% of the time, the price will never go basically to my entry level and going to my profit. So 95% of the time, this setup, especially if I am basically right on the trade, it never goes to my entry. So I am very comfortable to placing the stop loss, even though we basically not moving, we not shifting significantly basically from this range. After we breaking the all-time high, we got some pushes, we got some consolidation, we got another momentum, and we got same basically logic right around here. So I simply didn't execute the trade right away, but after we having quite a bit couple touches around the $80,000 ish level, and that was eventually my initial trade. So what I like to do is looking for a key high time frame level, and I like to trade from the key high time frame level as well, where has been some decent manipulation, which was basically this box right here, which will be always my stop loss.